There are millions of SA cases in our nation every second, every minute of the day, none of which are less horrific than the last one. But what if your SA case or situation was one that could not be tracked by police or anyone of law in the physical realm? What if your situation was from the spirit realm? I finally feel brave enough to talk about my horrible experience being essayed by a demon. In other words, an incubus, spirit, entity. This is my story. My story starts in Elkins Park, where I shared a cute little apartment with my ex-fiance at the time. I believe it was back in 2021 or 2020, I believe. And I have so many stories involving that apartment in that area. I will be sharing more on my channel on here with you guys. But for now, I'm just gonna tell you one of them. I'm sorry. It took me a minute to even want to share this story because it's one that makes me very emotional. And at the time, I did not have emotional support or support during that time. And I kept all of this in, like, I kept it all bottled in. And that's never good, keeping things bottled in, because combustion. So yeah, so my story started in our apartment in Elkins Park. The time was around 3 something. The only reason why I know the time is because when I wake up at odd hours of the morning or night, I always grab my phone and look at it. It's this weird little thing that I do. I don't know why I do that, but I guess I'm just curious to see what time I woke up. And it was 3 something in the morning. So rewind to okay, rewind. Okay. So I was laying next to my partner in bed, and I was asleep. I dream a lot. I lucid dream. So I was in a lucid state, and I felt someone get on top of me. And being in a relationship is like, okay, baby wants to get frisky, so I'm like, okay, I'm sleepy, but I could physically feel someone climbing on top of me. And oh, wow, then I think I would get emotional. Sorry, hold on. And this entity started to like touch on me, and then it proceeded to kiss me. But what threw me off was that the kissing started to hurt really bad. Like, it was rubbing its face against my mouth area, so it was hurting my nose and my mouth, and especially my upper lip. Oh my god, it hurted so bad. And it was like rubbing, like trying to kiss me, but it wasn't kissing me, it was just hurting me. And I'm asleep, I'm laying, I'm on my back, and I'm like, okay babe, it started to get rough, and I'm like, okay babe, relax. Like, so I open my eyes just a bit, and I see this creature, okay, on top of me.
That looked like a demonic Mickey Mouse.
Guys, I know that sounds batshit crazy, but it looked like a demonic Mickey Mouse, like a demonic rat. So it had a round face, it had big ears, and the mouth, it had no nose. It was just like a Mickey Mouse with no nose, but the mouth was humongous, with just sharp, jagged teeth. That's it. That's it. Like a demonic Mickey Mouse. And I couldn't move. I couldn't speak. I couldn't yell for my partner at the time. It's like he wasn't even there. Like, I was stuck under this entity. And I was starting to fight, but I couldn't move, and I was trying to fight this thing, and I'm like, and then there was like spider webs, like how do you say, it was like spider webs above me, like on top of me too, and I was just stuck. And when I finally came to and I broke out of it, I like turned to my left side and I grabbed my phone. I'm like, what the hell was that? And my partner was just knocked out asleep and everything was like back to normal. And I was thinking to myself, like, okay, maybe I was being attacked in my lucid state. I was still in like the lucid realm when this entity was like sexually attacking me. And because everything was blue. Yeah, everything was blue all around me, and then I just saw this demonic looking Mickey Mouse creature on top of me, and the cobwebs, and it was just so creepy. Oh my god, it was so creepy. And the feeling of just feeling like violated and just helpless was just overwhelming. And this is something I never talked about. I just recently told my sisters because they're my sisters. I trust them. I love them so much, and they're so supportive. It's just something I never talked about because I felt like it was not that significant, but I realized that it still affects me. And I was scared. I was scared to go to bed for months because I thought this entity would come back. And I didn't even tell my fiance. He knew about like other things that happened to me, and he started to see exactly what I was talking about in our apartment at the time because he started to experience some really creepy stuff. And I was like, now you believe me, now you see. And I couldn't sleep for months, and I just kept it all in. I was so scared. And I already have like spirits that come to me, especially at night, and they always want to talk, and they're like touching my hair and caressing my face. And it got so bad to the point where I started to sleep under my fiance's like armpit. And I just felt safe that way, and nothing would touch me when I'm like under him, and I felt really protected and really safe. But for months I couldn't sleep because of this, and I was so scared to be alone. And now that I live alone, and I had this creepy episode where I felt something in my room, and it just triggered my anxiety. It triggered that fear all over again, and it caused major insomnia, and I started to have like dark circles under my eyes. And it's getting better. Like my eyes is starting to be more clear. You can't see it because I'm wearing eyeliner, but the dark circles is going away. Like, I didn't realize how bad this affected me. And it's not something that's widely talked about because it's like you feel like no one will believe you. And it was like, oh, what do you mean, like a demon, blah blah blah. And it's like some of us are, some of our lives is very different. Like clearly I'm not a normie. Clearly I have abilities that I don't talk about. I have abilities that used to scare me and I didn't understand, but now I understand as as an adult, and I embrace who I am now. I'm no longer trying to run from who I am, because even when I tried to run from the things I was seeing, it just intensified. But yes, this is my essay story. It's kind of brief, it's kind of short, but I don't need to get into all that detail. I just wanted to come and share my experience, and if that ever happened to you, you're not alone, and your experience, what you went through is very important, because it does affect you. Sorry, my dad called me. I had to answer. Where was I? What was I saying? Oh yes. Anyone else out there, your experience is, validated, and yeah, that's the main reason why it's hard for me to date and to be with a man, because I'm not a normie, and I if I get a husband or someone, I need them to understand like who I am and the things that I go through and my abilities, because I can't have someone always um who call me crazy, or um saying, "Oh, I'm just seeing things," or this and that. That's like, gaslighting and stuff like that, when I know I know who I am. I know my abilities and stuff. I'm still finding out a lot of things about me that I had no idea, as far as like supernatural abilities. And it's crazy. Like, I never thought I'd be the one, but ended up being the one. And yes, so I really appreciate if you tune in to listen to my story. And please like, share, and comment below. Say hi. I would love to hear from you guys. And stay spooky. October is right around the corner, and yeah, that's my favorite month and favorite season. So oh, and also, don't be afraid to share your story. I'm just now beginning to feel more brave with, talking on camera, sharing my stories, and not caring what people think. Because if you don't like me for all of me and who I am, then you have no place at my table. And that's on everything. Love you guys. See you guys in the next vlog.